in Rockefeller Plaza.
Welcome to Today on a Friday morning. I'm Matt Lauer.
And I'm Erica Hill, along with Al Roker and Peter Alexander. Savannah and Natalie have the morning off.
Smart.
Yes.
They're laughing at us right now.
They planned it well in their warm beds watching us here. But that was not enough to scare off a lot of friends who have joined us here on the plaza. So a big thanks to everybody for coming out this morning. This is some tough weather for a lot of folks.
But you know, Mr. Roker hit it right on the head. He nailed the forecast yesterday. You said about 10 inches in the city. Yeah. And that's what we're getting right now.
That's right. We got 7 inches officially here. They've had over 13 inches in Boston, record-setting snowfalls all over, and the temperatures are brutal.
Yeah, imagine what this is doing to travel. 3,700 flights have been canceled between yesterday and today. JFK International Airport in New York City right now completely shut down.
That's going to be a rough one. Meantime, you mentioned that 13.
Not a problem. But if the kids are home, they can go to Central Park. It's beautiful here. A little sledding time. As we've said, this storm is impacting a huge section of the country, all the way up into New England. Ron Mott is in Boston, Massachusetts. And you know what? Carson is a giver. He brought us his backyard fire pit to do the cushiest thing we've ever done in a blizzard.
So I thought today I should bring it in.
How about this? This is a nice way to ride.
It is nice. This is vacation-esque.
You know what burns my...
yeah, a fire pit about this high, right?
The world's largest marshmallows.
They are.
They're fantastic.
And Matt found these sticks on his way to work. I think he did a really nice job.
He whittled them himself.
Yeah.
I'm a farmer, and we have some hot chocolate here as well, so things are pretty good. I'm Matt Lauer, along with Erica Hill, who's in for Savannah. Al Roker and Carson Daly join us at our little home away from home here as well.
Coming up, new ways to stay warm on a snowy day like this, not just sitting outside around the fire pit if Carson comes over. Ways to do it the old-fashioned way. All
right, we're going to have some fun with that, but first, we're going to go to we're going to Kristen Dahlgren. Kristen is out in end of Long Island, where the major roadway between here and the end of Long Island had been closed down overnight. What's the latest, Kristen?
Hey, Matt, well, we just saw this.
Thank you.
All right, Kristen Dahlgren. Kristen, thank you very much.
We are going to turn it over now to Al. Al, when is all this going to wrap up?
Well, here in New York, it's going to wrap up in Erica and Carson.
All right. Yeah, thank you very much. We mentioned travel earlier. It's a mess. JFK International Airport here in New York had been shut down for a while. Apparently going to reopen that airport at 8:30 this morning. That's
coming up. LaGuardia is open. Now are these long lines at LaGuardia. So you can imagine it is going to be a lot of, as we like to say, hurry up and wait for travel today.
That's right. You should check with your local airport and your airline before heading to an airport. And just a good day to sit around a fire and toast marshmallows. Let's go inside. Peter Alexander filling in for Natalie this morning. He's got to look at all the headlines. Hi, Peter.
He's going in a hustle. Time is ticking down.
Ooh, yeah. Wow.
All right. So what do we got going on here?
Well, we got these brutal temperatures to talk about. I mean, it is rough. Look at it right now. The wind chills. It feels like it's 3 below in New York City, 1. And that's your latest weather.
All right, Al. Thank you so much. Up next on Trending with some of today's biggest...
Oh, me. I'm here. Fantastic.
Yes.
I have coffee! And the latest technology when it comes to your clothes to warm it up in this Arctic chill.
I think the weather's frozen your brain.
Messages. Nailed it.
All right, Matt, thanks. We're talking so much about staying warm these days. Sure, we have a nice fire, but if you're really going to be outside, how can you stay warm when the temperature plummets? It used to be you just had to pile it on and bundle up. Are thankfully long gone because now clothing is high-tech, far less bulky. Janice Lieberman is our consumer correspondent here with a look at that. You are nice and toasty, but you're not wearing a lot of big bulky stuff. What are you wearing today, Janice?
Oh, well, thanks for asking. Okay, so this is from Uniglow, and this is actually a HEATTECH dress for 40 bucks.
This dress is
supposed to... and I'm kind of warm in this, I have to tell you. And these are jeggings from Uniglow, 15 bucks, so we're not talking high price, high technology.
High technology, and also in the way that you layer it. So let's start off. There's a specific way to do this. You start off with your sort of like a wicking layer, we call it.
Yeah, they don't want you to wear cotton anymore. It has to be synthetic, and there's all this infrared and high technology things that wicks away the sweat but keeps you warm. Once something gets wet, change it.
Forget it, yeah.
It goes. But we asked some people in our audience to model some really cool products that we found. Why don't you come over, Saban? You're from California where it's nice and warm. We're sorry to do this to you. You're wearing a Lands and women's ThermaSkin Heat Crew, 20 bucks. So this is wearing a layer on the inside, then a sweater, and then a jacket.
Is it warm?
It is.
Okay.
And also, price is not bad.
And 20 bucks. I like the price point and not too bulky. Okay, so that's what we put on first.
Right, okay.
And then over it, we put the more traditional base layer.
Right, you had that. Come on over. Now we have you from Portland, Maine.
Yes.
And And you are wearing Under Armour Men's Cold Gear Infrared Evo Fitted Mock. It's a big name, but it works. $60 for the Under Armour.
Is this the kind of stuff that's supposed to use your body heat to generate more? I have some stuff like this for running, and it's supposed to...
And it works, doesn't it?
It does, yeah.
All right, this is REI Men's Rebel Count Vest, $75, so you're layering also. Stay warm, put the rest on. You don't have to show us
He's
anymore.
from Maine. He's used to it. It's fine.
That's true. Stay here longer.
Okay, so we wick, then we put the base layer on. Then you need a mid layer to sort of hold it all in,
This is my son, David.
Hi, David.
And we have his parka is from LL Bean for $120. Are you warm? Fashionable, okay. And Brenda, are you warm? Now, this is a North Face jacket. Look how thin
it's so
this
thin,
is.
I was going to say.
I want you to show how that rolls up. And just, it turns into a pillow for a plane.
So you can pack this easily if you're going somewhere, too.
This is the new technology.
This
Everybody's
is so
showing
tiny.
it.
But does it really, I mean, is it really, you've been out here for a little while. It does keep you warm, even that thin.
Yeah.
So
And that's $120, and they also have a Uniglow for about $70. You'll see it in a lot of different stores. And we have my son Judah. He's wearing boots.
This is, I think, the hardest part for a lot of people. Your feet get cold so quickly.
And we have Charlie, you're 11, yes. And we have 8, she's wearing 8 Trex bungee boots for $160. Those are way cool looking,
So they're very cool looking, but how do they keep you? Is it that, does it have that neoprene on it? It looks like sort of like a, almost like a wetsuit for surfing.
And the K-Mick Kids Rocket ones for $55. Keep the water out. They're always sledding. You know, you have kids. They want to be outside skiing, sledding. You need. This is the most important investment.
You have to be warm and dry, as we know. And then in terms of accessories, most of you guys all have your hats or your hoods on. Really important to keep your head covered, right?
Yes, yes. Now you just turned 28 today.
Happy birthday!
And she's wearing a squall hat, and you have to see these gloves from North Face. You can actually text.
Love the touch gloves.
Do you love them?
They're so much easier.
So practical. And you're wearing a scarf from Uniglow. Okay, so the snow cap is $20.
And then I know we've also given to a lot of folks out here these little things, which the wardrobe fairies at the Today Show put in our pockets and our clothes. So the hand warmers.
And our audience. Come on over. Tell me what you got
Also good to have, too. We're going to have to leave it there, Janice, but lots of good tips for us. We could sit out here all day and stay cozy. Just ahead, how to calculate your actual fitness age, plus award-winning actor and double Golden Globe nominee Idris Elba is here after your local news and weather.